Draft, the blogger says, sorry, we could not copy the photos to your blog. Why is that? Why the hell would that be? I mean, where the hell is the problem so much? Let's do something like this. Let me demonstrate you, ladies and gentlemen, what I am dealing with when it comes to Russian Jew Sergei Mikhailovich Brin. It's very, very sensitive. They're extremely, extremely sensitive. Look at that. That's basically why I did that stuff. You see this here? This is an error 403. Look at that. And this here is the blog that you see right there that is published on Auser Times. So what they're doing is they're basically administering absolutely everything I say on the blog. It's like they don't like it. They don't like it at all. This is how pathetic this is. This whole thing is. Well, we're going to do it a different way. We're going to do it the way they like it. Quite pathetic, isn't it? What they do is, I think what they're doing is they're using a certain cookies to block the any kind of interaction, anything through the browser. And so now if you would be using this here, then I'm pretty sure that it's not so difficult to do the same thing without any problems. So that if you see this here, allow Google access to your necessary cookies. What's going on? What's happening here? What kind of cookies? I never had this stuff. This is totally other browser that there you go. So basically what they do is you were able to see even this is a other browser, this is a Firefox. In this thing here, this is just the Opera browser. And I've never seen that stuff before. That means that the Google communicates something to the browser that's basically attack on the computer. They put some kind of cookies in it that will disallow you to upload images to your blogger. Or even worse, just the way you see it right here. This is an interesting one because these are two different blogs. Please pay attention to this stuff here. These are two different blogs. I shouldn't say blogs. I should just say accounts. Let's do this. Well, that's a good one. It's here. Okay, that's cool. Let's just make sure that this is what this is. That's not fair, because earlier when I was trying to do the same thing, I couldn't do it. Let's see if I can do it now. Yeah, they put certain cookies in it, and these certain cookies that they put inside, what they will do is they'll block you from doing that stuff. But it gets more interesting on this blog here, because this blog here repeatedly display error 403. How do you fix this stuff here? That's pretty insane, I think. This is like, what they are doing is they're trying to intimidate. How are they trying to intimidate? Well, they are trying to intimidate. Let me demonstrate you how they are trying to intimidate. Actually, how they are intimidating all the time. They're doing this stuff all the time. This is a terrorist technique now from the United States of America. And we're dealing basically with this kind of issues like this here. I would request them the download of the blog, which is just 155 megabytes, and for it's the blog that would give you immediately to download, and it would take them about 1 hour to send me actually a reply. And in some cases earlier today it was actually even worse. Let's see this thing here a little bit. Let's play with this stuff a little bit. Let's have a little bit idea about. These are two of them. The data requested. Please. May 19, 2026 at 10:40 p.m. request. And you see here 10:52, and then it's 11:02, because I simply did not get any kind of blog download ability to download. They would just not send me. And so what I started to do is I started to request from them to send me a download link so I can download. Then what they did is they finally sent me two of them, which is crazy because right now is already 0237 as you see it here. One is still missing is what I'm trying to say. So it takes them several hours to send the download link. One was sent about an hour ago finally. So that took them fairly decent amount of time to complete the task. Just about 2 hours. Actually 2 hours and a half. 10:20 was the first request. The second one they sent was 34 minutes ago, just the way you see it. But the request itself was made something after 11 o'clock, from what I recall. The third one still did not even arrive. Just look at this. Sorry, the time is right here, the way you see it, 10:40, and then is at 10:52. And the third request that I have made, it was made at 11:02. So, yeah, this is like the last one was 34 minutes ago, so let's just say at 2 o'clock, and that was not even 11 o'clock. That means that it took them 3 hours to send a download link for the blog. So this stuff here that you see does not even surprises me. This is a normal thing. This is just the way they do it now. Is basically the same tactics as those that are used in Gaza, basically the same thing, the same people. Sergei Mikhailovich Brin is a Jew from Russia. The same thing, the same kind of techniques, the same tactics, the same kind of stuff, basically the same. Everything is the same. It's a copy paste of the stuff they do. So let's give them a little buzz. To United States of America, we send them a package like this with a love to remind them basically they're not the only people in this world. They're gonna put this to New York. This is a nation of the war criminals as far as I'm concerned. This is what is wrong with the world. The world is talking about Israel. The world should be in fact talking about United States of America. This is not about the Israel. That's exactly what's the most wrong with the world. That's exactly what's wrong with it. Everybody's talking about the Israel, bad boy Israel. I'm not even talking about Iran here. I'm talking about the civilian women, children being slaughtered, mass slaughtered in Gaza. I'm not talking about Iran here, which in my opinion this is their home. They are from Mid-East. America appears to relocated itself to the Mid-East through the Israel. They wouldn't be paying to Israel all this if that wouldn't be a case. A lot of Lebanese people gained dead. So Americans did a mass slaughter today again on the Mid-East. And what they expect you folks is basically to blame it all on Jews. Just blame it on Jews, and that's all there is. And meanwhile, the U.S. Department of State, I don't know how I could refer to this as a U.S. Department of State. Let me ask you, what exactly is United States of America? Can you give me a definition? I mean, we're looking at the definition right there, right in front of you. That's a definition to me when it comes to the United States of America. It's a terrorist state. It's a terrorist state. They act like a terrorists. They behave like a terrorists. They killed 40, 50 people today. Mass slaughter. Women, children. Every fucking day since 2022 on the Mideast. And talk about a new war with Iran. Give them a lesson. Give the world a lesson. I find this hardly to believe the world is putting up with. And I believe the man that you see right there, his name is Donald Trump, I believe that he is ripping apart my entire legacy, which I dedicated to the United States of America and to the West. I don't feel anything American about me these days because of the man that you see right there. Through whom, however, American Democrats and Republicans argue about who's going to be the next one and whether you would like to see this oath. I'm not going to even express myself what White House returned back to serve another presidency. As if two presidencies were not good enough, let's say, for somebody like Obama, who made unprecedented damage. Or let's say George Bush. Like, if it's necessary to make more damage to it, Trump is doing his second American presidency now. He's doing his second presidency. Like, you miss me yet? I did not screw you already enough. I don't get it. I don't get this type of attitude. I really do not understand any of this. I don't know really what is it going to be left for. What exactly do they expect will be left after Donald Trump's presidency? What exactly do people have left to hope for? What are American people, what can American people look forward to? We have seen a daughter of George W. Bush giving an interview to, in a parenthesis, American presidents. And George W. Bush boasting about that America is a natural process, it's a democracy that shapes itself. When I think about being poisoned, subjected to MKUltra bestiality for 50 years, and for sure, clearly, hiding themselves behind all this U.S. Justice Department of State, Civil Rights Division, all this civil rights companies in America that they have equal employment and they have all kinds of human rights, you know, shit going on, blah, blah. And when I consider these two contrasts, yeah, it's natural. People get poisoned, killed in the process, and George W. Bush refers to this as a natural selection for the United States of America. This is basically the way they do it, and it truly is, just as Prince Harry used to say, the one that lives longer, that's the one that has right. This is the way it is in this world. And the one that lives longer, that's the one that has money, physicians, doctors, and that's obviously not the one that is being butchered, tortured. Yet that is the one that ordered 9/11. That is the one that killed 3,000 Americans in one day. That is the one that spread wars using me. Using me. Through American mainstream media, through American civil rights movements, to blame me for it. That's what is unprecedented. That's what MK Ultra was used for. Lives like a billionaire. He is a billionaire. They don't know what the fuck to do with the money, with the wealth they have. Well protected, well guarded. And at the same time, talking about democracy, freedom, actually asking people, it's like loaded Facebook, do you miss me yet? Which one would you like to come back? Would you like Obama? Would you like Biden? Do you miss Biden? And they compare this to Donald Trump. Everybody's spitting at Donald Trump, yet everybody needs Donald Trump. There is nobody in America that doesn't need Donald Trump. If there would be single party, single fraction of people that would not like Donald Trump, that would not agree with it, you would be talking to me a long time ago already. You wouldn't be waiting for gas prices to lower itself at the gas station throughout the country. You wouldn't be doing any of that process. If you had serious intentions about the stuff that you shit about to the people on a Facebook, you're trying to convince the world that you don't see yourself in it. You see yourself very much in it. Donald Trump is the biggest part of United States of America. Stuff that he does, actually the government does for him, is unprecedented. It doesn't come for free. You hired him to do this shit. So you yourself can hide your faces behind somebody whom you address as no good and this and that and so on. In reality, you're in the same boat. That's United States of America. If you want to know what definition of United States of America, this here is. So I guess that a Russian Jew, Sergei Mikhailovich Brin, is not happy about this blog either. He doesn't like my blog either. He doesn't like this idea. He did threaten about taking the second blog down. We might have to take down. He had the J.D. Vance who we're going to take down more. We're going to take it down. We're going to take more down. As we're going to do. We're going to do that. That's a terror technique. That's how we have it these days now. That's what we go about this. It's a Russian Jew. A Russian Jew. It used to be that you couldn't say stuff like this. It's now that even if you close your eyes, you cannot escape reality. It might actually hurt. It might be painful. It's just like, oh, Jew in America from the Russia. First of all, Russophobia, right? Russophobia and Jew. It's anti-Semitism, Russian, perfect combination. But what the fuck you do when you have nowhere, absolutely nowhere to hide yourself from? Where do you go from within? What do you do then? when the entire world is with a finger on you, and people just simply see you. They know who you are, they see you, they see through you. What do you do then, Mr. Mihailovich Brin? And the rest of the Jews, what do you do then, when the picture is becoming so clear, everything is so clear, visible, that whatever that you want to do, talk about the conspiracies, whatever you want to do, you can't lie, you can't hide no more behind anything. All you have left is like a broken plate, like a gramophone. I don't know how you say that, gramophone plate. And you can repeat anti-Semitism, 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 Russophobia, anti-Semitism, Russophobia, anti-Semitism. Thank you for watching this video. I thought that this would just really nicely settle. Yeah, I know the Auser Times blog is wiped from the face of the internet. Yeah, they continue to build their Himmel. It's locked. Yeah, it's locked. But, and that doesn't mean that I'm gone, and that doesn't mean that I'm going to be anytime gone, or who the fuck knows. That doesn't mean, maybe doesn't mean I'm ever going to be gone. If this case comes true, the only thing that's going to change is Sergei Mihailovich is going to go to the jail. And there's another thing he's going to do. He's going to handle me a keys from the blogger, from the Google, from the YouTube, and from absolutely everything he owns. That's all there is to it. Auser Times stays exactly the way it is. You see it here? Delete it. Eventually you're going to put it back. And you're going to pay. You're going to pay with your own blood behind the bars for this. That's why.